Hey everybody, guess what? I get an opening theme song! Yes! Is that the theme song from Portal Holocaust? What the f***? Hello, that creepy bald guy known as Martial Horror here. You know, I usually review video reviewers, but I decided to break that mold and go ahead and review the major topic of the week, Kickassia. And it kicks ass. Yeah, that was a little predictable, but it's still pretty awesome. You know, what kind of stupid, sadistic asshole would actually review the work of another video reviewer? Well, not me. I was thinking more along the lines of Spazmaster and the reviewer reviewer. Who, by the way, if they have any bright ideas about copying me, they just might, wake up in their bed with their head cut off by a box cutter. But not by me, no. No. Martial Horror is a good boy. He would never harm anybody. Oh, wait, actually I would. But not them, no. They're my friends. They'd never copy off me, and I'd never hurt them. When the trailer for Kickassia, the 2-year anniversary of ThatGuyWithTheGlasses.com came around, people were enthusiastic, but underneath all that enthusiasm, seeds of doubt planted themselves firmly in all of our brains. Could this be the coolest thing ever, or could it be majorly overhyped? After all, a full-length movie, which this is different from a 15-minute review. This isn't like a Nostalgia Critic video. It's not just one joke after another. But movies are simply not like reviews, and should be judged as movies. But on the other hand, comedy is a very subjective art form. What makes someone laugh will make someone else cringe. Take me, for example. I'm one of the 3 fans of Epic Movie. Yes, the burden of my bane is that I actually have a horrible, horrible taste in comedy. And I'm not talking just bad taste. I'm talking horrible taste. You want an example? I bought Scary Movie, watched it 3 times this month. I bought Scary Movie 2, watched it 4 times this month. Pardon me. Sorry, I was just buying Meet the Spartans, which I have recorded on my TV. I love myself Meet the Spartans. So yeah, as I said, comedy is very subjective, and I have really no standards when it comes to comedy. It takes Disaster Movie for me to finally throw in the towel. So, if you're a detractor of Kickassia, just remember this. This bald guy is a douchebag who actually likes Meet the Spartans. And if you're a fan, remember this. This bald guy is a douchebag who likes Meet the Spartans. So, at least it's better than Meet the Spartans. But maybe I can explain what kind of comedy the film uses, and what I think about everyone involved. So they're definitely bringing out the big guns by delivering most of your favorite reviewers out there. Mars Girl, Jew Warrior, Sage, Film Brain, Linkara, Angry Joe, and the man we all watch this for, the Cinema Snob. Oh, and somebody named the Nostalgia Critic. Maybe you've heard of him. The story follows as the critic decides to invade the nation of Molossia, which is actually a real micronation, run by President Kevin Ba. So the critic gets a majority of his allies to invade. Eventually they actually succeed, but the critic is a horrible president, and Ba, who plays multiple roles and actually a pretty hilarious running gag, turns the critic's allies against him. Kickassia isn't full of laughs, but it does have a lot of great genius moments. I love the scenes where he's calling people and they have no idea what he's talking about, or the whole Nazi gag, and I love that Risk bit. They're all very inventive and funny, and the film is full of superb lines and funny situations. The goofiness tends to be really epic at times, or maybe the epicness is just goofy. Either way, it leads to some kick-ass sequences that are surprisingly rousing as well as funny. There are also nice little quirks adding to the reviewer's own reviews, like the critic dressing as Raul Julia. But what about the actors/reviewers themselves? My main worry was that the styles just wouldn't blend together. I mean, sure, we know Spoonie and the critic can play off each other really well, but how does that compare to guys like Sage, who manages to be fairly grounded in reality, compared to their more cartoonish performances? Oddly, it works out a lot better than I expected. Now, I reviewed some of these guys, and haven't even seen some of the others, so I'll judge them not on my opinion of their videos, but how well they do here. Okay, with the Nostalgia Critic, if you like the guy, you'll like him here. If not, you'll hate him. Although at times he does go too over the top.
What can we do with an acre of land?
I'm acting! I do like him, though. so he's awesome. The nostalgia chick starts off looking kind of dazed and confused, lacking her usual charm, but then she suddenly becomes amazing with her Sarah Palin impersonation.
He is a maverick to say the least, but no matter what his decision might be and whatever we disagree on, I still stand right by him.
On what issues do you disagree with?
Well, like our foreign policy experience with Nevada.
You've had foreign policy experience with Nevada.
You betcha.
Oh dear, I just realized that with the Sarah Palin spoof, and this scene...
He does nothing. It's like the job of a president is to be removed from reality while everyone else does the work.
Yeah, I imagine that.
Kickassia is making a political statement. Oh my god. That is freaking awesome! Kara doesn't have a whole lot of inspired material to work with, but he does good all the same. Spoonie actually gets a character arc. That's just awesome. The Cinema Snob is probably the best actor here.
Guilty as charged.
Works off the others really well. Angry Joe probably should rename himself Crazy Joe, but he's actually pretty badass and I really did like him. Phallus makes a perfect straight man, but yes, from now on people shall refer to Phallus as Phallus. All hail the phallic one. Banzai has the funniest facial expressions and has a fluid and adaptable personality. Jew Wario tears up wonderfully. Mars Girl starts off a bit with him, but makes an awesome drill sergeant. Ben at the Sage isn't quite as memorable, but he does have some great lines and does fine overall, I guess. Lord Cat is freaking epic, also delivering a performance grounded more or less in reality. Handsome Tom doesn't really work quite as well as the others. He just looks kind of bored and has really nothing to do, making me wonder if he joined the cast late. I mean, he just kind of stands there, like, well, a flagpole.
I must say, he doesn't look very happy.
He's not, Chris. He's definitely not.
8-Bit Mickey has a few great moments, but once again also feels kind of like a last-minute addition. Film Ram is actually really superb as the group's butt monkey.
Do you dare leave now in your moment of victory?
I would never leave you, critic.
I know that, Film Ram.
Paul does very good, Wally gets to be really funny in 3D form.
You feel beautiful.
And Chris Larios gets a pretty awesome cameo. Special mention goes to Kevin Baugh, who manages to be a pretty cool antagonist overall, and his acting limitations actually work in his favor. But what about the directing? Well, the critic does deliver an inspired show, going from comical to badass to even a little suspenseful. Although I do wish they did something about that damn glare. So to wrap this up, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was funny, inventive, epic, hardcore, and all around accomplished what it wanted to do. To go watch this awesome video, go to www.thatguywiththeglasses.com. My name is Marshall Horror, and my motto is if you're going to have cinematic diarrhea, then at least have the decency to wipe.
Also, props to whoever came up with that kick-ass score.